Look it, I got black copper Marans and cuckoo Marans. Aren't they cute? Hi, you're going home with me.
You shut that box.
It's got these little things on the end. It's like a Happy Meal. Alright, we're all set. We got our baby chicks. We don't have barn builders yet, but we will get those later. Something really unexpected happened today, and I wasn't ready for it, but we got the old brooder set up, and they tell me that I got 3 French black copper Marans and 2 cuckoo Marans, but I have to wait for my Barnevelders until September. But I don't care. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm growing them up for probably Noah to not claim and let Enoch have. But it's the thought that counts. And I haven't really looked at what black copper Marans look like as babies, but they all remind me of Australorps. So I hope they didn't do that. I hope they didn't give me Australorps, because I don't want any Australorps. But I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I'm gonna go do some research on what these little things are supposed to look like, since I wasn't ready for any of this. I thought I wasn't gonna get any until May. So it was a nice surprise though. And now I'm going to be building a new brooder for them, because this one is not gonna cut it for very long. It is pretty small. Yeah, there's my friend, little cuckoo. Oh, you almost got up there. You're getting big. Yeah, I would say you're at least a week old. You're a big chick. These are the cleanest little baby chicks in the whole world. I can't even tell where they pooped. I think this stuff really helps. This pellets, these pine pellets. Oh, look at you getting up there. Oh, come here. You're gonna come with me. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. But what I'm gonna do is cut some holes in the sides so that I can see them when they're in here, and put hardware cloth over it. And I just need to plan where I want to put the actual brooder plate and the food. And it's on wheels, so I'm gonna make something to go over this. And I was thinking maybe they could like have a little perch area. Let me see, where's my tape measure? The brooder's gonna come out a foot, so it'll come out to here, and then out to however, and then that doesn't give me a whole lot of space. So if I stick it out here in the corner, it'll go out to about this line. So it'll be about that big. So maybe that's where I want it. Maybe I could make that into like a place to put the food, like a platform that just kind of rests up there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out. So now that I know I want the brooder on this side, then I'll run the cord here, and I'll put my windows here, one over there just for light, but definitely like a long one here and a long one here. And with the brooder top, I'm gonna put, I think, just cut along this and then put my hardware cloth around that, because that'll use the least amount of hardware cloth, and boy, this stuff is pretty expensive. So I'll drill my holes right here along this line and along here, and then zip tie this to it. And now it wants to rain on me. Now I'm gonna do that all the way around. And I'm getting rained on, so I'm gonna put the phone in the garage. Now I have my hardware cloth all cut, and I drilled holes all the way around here. And I have zip ties. Hopefully I have enough. And flip my thing over and put my hardware cloth in here and center it, and take these, zip tie it. Maybe good to zip tie a couple in the corners first, and then you can figure out where it's gonna be, and then it won't like move around on you while you're trying to do the rest. I'm also gonna dry fit to make sure the top goes on. Yep. Okay, cool. So I'll just keep doing it like that all the way around until all that is closed off. Alright, well, we're in our new house and we're trying to get used to it. And yes, it has wallpaper, but it has wallpaper because it's a black tote and it gets really dark. So black birds, it needs wallpaper. So it just has a little bit of wallpaper here and there. And it has this special little thing built to go up over where the wheels are. They seem to have a lot more room. Yep, you're gonna grow up with a camera on your face. And at one time, you're gonna start jumping on top of it. So I'm not really even sure why this is a thing, but Family Farm and Home called, and even after telling us on Friday that we weren't going to get our Barnevelders until September, they called today and said, guess what, your Barnevelders are in. So I'm not going to complain, but I kind of have some questions as to why it's now and not September or May that we were originally told. So I'm glad that it's now, because I can slip them in with the brood that I got, and I ain't got to do this more than once this year, and because I was worried about that. Here we go to get Barnevelders. These ones are spoken for. Oh, look, Karen. They are speckled Sussex. Silver lace wind-up, Americana, golden lace wind-up, Plymouth Blue Rock.
No, they don't. You got your chicks? You got them already? Yeah. She said that they just randomly came in and weren't even ordered.
They weren't even ordered?
She goes, yeah, we just got chicks on the day. We got babies yesterday. We don't give them the weekends. Nice and bad.
Some both buff Orpingtons, black Australorps. It's Monday, so I guess it's time for delivery for chicks. Here's the white leghorns. They're so
Another question
cute.
you want to ask her, because I said we weren't supposed to get these till September. She said, well, we ordered them, they just covered them. So they have to fill
Oh, they just like randomly
Yeah, they didn't
got
really
Barnavelders?
until they weren't supposed to come in that later, but they get whatever they send them.
Huh.
And they were over here. So.
And we just happened to get.
Well, we got our order filled today,
So
these are the Barnavelders.
these are the Diamond Duchess.
These ones are the pink
Diamond Duchess.
I wasn't really sure what they looked like. So.
And here are the coveted, needed, and loved Barnavelders. Hi, babies.
Active little buggers, aren't they?
Oh, I'm so excited. Awesome. Well, I got my girls all wrapped up and we're on our way home. Today's Monday and we picked up the Marans on Friday. And on Friday they told us, you're not gonna get any Barnavelders until September. So I was like, okay, well, I'll pick up some cuckoo Marans too, just so I don't have just 3 babies in the brooder. And because, you know, I kind of wanted some cuckoos. My original plan was to have 6 because I was going to have 3 black copper Marans and 3 Barnavelders. And now there's an extra 2 cuckoos in there, which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I suppose. So grateful that I finally have the chickens that I wanted to get. Praise God that He's making this dream come true. I got sisters for you. Look how beautiful they are. Aw. Here you go. Here you go. Oh! That wasn't supposed to happen. You're okay. I think I'm going to have to move the food because they're not going to be able to jump up there. So we're going to have to do some rearranging, which is a little inconvenient, but until they show me they can get up there by themselves, that's what we're going to have to do. All right, so we'll keep the water down there and the food down there until the Barnavelders show me that they can get up on the platform. Then I put their dust bath there, and they got some grit under there because they really like to play in that. Finally got the Barnavelders. Look how pretty she is. Ooh. Hi, sweetie. You're so pretty. You see us? With the vacuum behind us? They look so beautiful. They're so pretty. Do you see yourself? Oh, we're on the phone already. Oh, you almost made it. That's the first on the phone. You almost made it. These cuckoos are very, very sociable, aren't you? You're social and you're friendly. These are the rowdy ones. They look pretty rowdy. These ones are the friendly ones. No one's underneath there. You see them? Where are they? They're the quiet ones. Hi. You are so stinking cute. Here's one of the quiet ones. Hi. Alright, we're gonna see if the Barneys can get up there. That's what I'm calling them. They're the Barneys, the Coppers, and the Cuckoos. I crumpled up, and made crumbs out of some mealworms. And I crumpled up some fresh oregano, dried oregano leaves. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And stuck those in the dirt so they can dig around and find stuff. Oregano is a natural antibiotic that will keep their immunity up, and it gives them, something to find, something to do. But I haven't seen whether the Barneys can get up here on this platform yet. Everybody's really, really excited about finding stuff in the dirt. It would seem that the sold out hatcheries are prioritizing commercial, obviously, I mean, why wouldn't they? Commercial retailers over like normal people. And so if you can find a store like a Family Farm and Home that will accommodate you, you can get on a list, and if they get that breed in, they will save those for a period of time for you and call you, and you can come pick up your chicks. That's what happened to us. Although my personal Family Farm and Home that I normally go to wasn't accommodating, or at least they weren't the day that we went. The guy that I talked to, I just don't feel like he wanted to work that day. My mother-in-law's Family Farm and Home, which is about 10 minutes farther for me to drive, they are very accommodating and have been absolutely wonderful. They have been getting random shipments of different breeds in, and then they have the set lists, and then they call the people on the list and say, hey, listen, I got your breed in, do you want them? You don't really know when they're gonna have it. So you can't really plan very well, but at least you're going to get what you want. And in this time of, the sickness for birds that everybody is panicked over, in that time that we are living in right now in 2025, it's really, really been hard to find what specific breeds that you actually want. And most of the hatcheries are kind of sold out or sold out until fall, and it's not very economical for you to wait that long to get your new pullets, because the whole point of getting new pullets is so they lay during the fall and winter season when your other chickens are on strike. And yeah, so if you're getting pullets in September, they're not gonna lay until 2026. And by the time they're laying, your other chickens are going to be back to laying again too. So it is pointless. I wanted to explain this whole situation, and I kind of feel like the real story here is that commercial retailers are the ones that are being prioritized by the hatcheries. If you can use that to your advantage, I would do that. Can you get up there, Barneys? Oh, that one got up there just fine. Oh my gosh, you guys are all over the place. This has got the mealworms in it, and some oregano, and a little bit of lemon bulb leaves. Excuse me, everybody. Wanna play in here? Woo! Ooh, that's exciting. I really like that a lot. Alright, kids, have a good time. I don't know, the more I think about that baby chick thing, and it just kind of makes me really mad. It seems like everything that has to do with the bird sickness benefits like commercial and screws over people like me and you. According to my quick Google search, or my search on Brave, it tells me that Cackle Hatchery, for example, still reserves a portion of its supply for retail stores, about 40% of its business directed towards them. Therefore, while there is a notable increase in individual orders, hatcheries don't appear to be prioritizing retail stores over individual orders. Really? Well, let's take a closer look. Family Farm and Home uses Hoover Hatchery, and Hoover Hatchery says, in big print on the top of the page on Hoover Hatchery's website, it says, "We apologize for the inconvenience. We currently do not have availability to accept new orders for the 2025 season. We will be shipping all orders that are placed. We encourage you to visit one of our trusted farm store partners in your area for your poultry needs." They can't fill any more individual orders, but they're still supplying retail stores. So maybe I should just let you decide what that means. And please notice on Hoover's website that they list all the breeds that were sold to me by Family Farm and Home, as well as it's notable that they are unavailable to order. Family Farm and Home also uses Town Line Hatchery, and I looked on their website. They're not showing any availability for anything through May 19th. And they also don't have Marans or Barnabuilders, so they definitely didn't get our birds from Town Line. They also have a flag at the bottom of the page that says that all egg-laying breeds will be scheduled for the week of August 11th, and any Isa Browns are scheduled for August 18th, and due to the high demand of chicks, all orders will be filled as soon as possible. Just something to note. I also looked up Cackle Hatchery. They actually have Barnavelder chicks that are available by April 7th. Just noting that it's not May 19th or September. And they do not have any French black copper Marans available. It says temporarily, but it seems indefinitely because there's no end in sight. So then I got kind of curious as to who pays the damages when that bird sickness happens and a farmer or poultry farm has to cull all of their birds. Well, it's insurance and the USDA. It says, for instance, Cal-Maine Foods, the nation's largest egg producer, has received $44 million in compensation payouts for bird deaths tied to that bird sickness. And the USDA has paid over $1.1 billion to more than 1,200 poultry producers for culling and replacing their flocks. So not only the insurance companies are compensating, but also the government. Just interesting stuff to know. If you're still here after listening to me talk about chickens for 25 minutes, God bless you. And I really love to hear from you in the comments. I love talking about chickens, and I love to hear about all of your guys' experiences and your plans for the summer. How easy or hard has it been for you to get the breeds that you want? And we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. That's been a really big goal for us. You know you want to be one of them. And if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this one too.
click it. You know you want to.
All right, I hope to see you here next time, everybody. Bye.